Namaskar friends, this is NJ, your host on this channel. So guys, in this video we will have our discussion on this transition in the nakshatra of the Ketu within the Virgo sign. So whenever we talk about the power of the planets to reshape the world order, to affect us not only on our personal life but even from the global point of view as well, Rahu, Ketu and Saturn plays a very significant role over there. And I'm very much sure that if you take interest in geopolitics, the kind of hype which has been built around the US presidential election and the way everyone is like speculating how it is going to be impacting the economy and the geopolitics and all, so you can definitely attach or you should be looking forward to this transition which is going to be taking place. So guys, we all know that Rahu and Ketu, which are currently transiting in the, Rahu is in the Pisces, Ketu is in the Virgo. Now if you actually have to understand the deeper pulse and the intent with which any planet operate, you have to narrow down, taper down your analysis to the nakshatra, because it's the energy of the nakshatra only which the transiting and the moving planets manifest. So we know that like Ketu, which has been transiting in the Hasta nakshatra from the past couple of months, even the whole alignment of this eclipse season also impacted and influenced the energy of the Hasta nakshatra. But now guys, on November 9th, now Ketu is going to be moving and coming into this Uttara Falguni nakshatra. Now this transition becomes very important. Now there has got a very deeper layers attached to it, and only if you are a astrology enthusiast you'll be able to understand that. So see, first of all, before even getting into the analysis part or decoding the results, let's first try to understand these two participating players individually and then we will try to blend them. So when we talk about Uttara Falguni, it is a nakshatra which is being ruled by the planet Sun. It is spread into zodiac signs, like from 26 degree 40 minutes of the Leo and reaching till the 10 degree of the Virgo sign. So that means one pada of this nakshatra falls in a fire sign, and like another of its like a 3 charan fall in a earth sign. Now the defining part of this nakshatra is that somehow it has been attached with the collaboration, with the partnership. Like even the devata which preside over the Uttara Falguni nakshatra is the Arema. Even in the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna has said to the like Arjun that amongst the Pitris, I am the Arema. Like it is one of the Aditya. Like even if you will get deeper into the symbology or the symbol which is attached to the Uttara Falguni, that is like a latter half of the bed. So that means enough of the enjoyment which could be the domain of the Purva Falguni. Uttara Falguni has got more to do with getting up and now shouldering your responsibilities. If Purva Falguni is about that dating period, courtship period, going out with people, Uttara Falguni is now actually getting married to someone. So the point which I'm trying to say over here is that when we talk about the energy of the Uttara Falguni, it has got lot to do with like the kind of grace you have, the kind of wisdom you possess, which is been sought after by other people. You have been reached out by other people for your wisdom, for your expert opinion, for the guidance. And the good part with the energy of the Uttara Falguni is that there is a very strong potential of loyalty over here. That is the only reason that it is considered as very strong, that deeper sense of trust, honesty and commitment and the relationship can be established. And that is the only reason even in the Muhurat we say this thing that okay, Uttara Falguni can be considered as a very good nakshatra for signing any deal. This is considered as very good nakshatra even to get married, to propose someone. This is a permanent or a dhruva nakshatra as well, which also promises like, you know, doing something which has to be of permanent in nature, like, you know, laying foundation to the house or filing for any visa, immigration, like anything where you want the universe to bless you with a very eternally with good results, with a stability and consistency. Now you bring Ketu over here. Now guys, when we talk about Ketu, Ketu is a very ferocious and extremist planet. Like the way we say that Rahu has been connected with the intellect. Rahu is connected with the discriminatory intelligence. Ketu has been connected with the intuitive intelligence, and the domain and the energy of the Ketu somehow does not work along very well in the domain of the Uttara Falguni. See guys, at the time when I was talking about that, okay, Ketu is transiting in the Hasta nakshatra over there, I mentioned this thing that in a certain way this could be beneficial for people, because Hasta has got more to do with being very timetable oriented, being very punctual, being like very disciplined and very meticulous with your dedication to your craft. So this extremism of the Ketu somehow finds resonance in the energy of the Hasta nakshatra. But when we talk about Uttara Falguni, this extremism does not get along very well. See, because when you have to get into alliance with someone, so there are like certain flaws of other person which you also overlook. There are like certain ways where you try to see the kind of, the way I can be compatible with you, the way we can get along. And that is the one thing, it's like, which I have seen these days, what is happening in the dating apps or in the matrimonial apps as well. Like a lot many times when people book their reading with me, relationship reading, and when I ask them, okay, like your dasha is running favorable, transiting planet is also promising yoga that you should meet someone, the marriage should take place, what is happening? Oh, I'm getting the proposal, but it's like better something else, something more. So you cannot binge it. You cannot like shop like the way we shop in Amazon or in other portals while doing a matchmaking and all. So you have to psychologically prepare yourself to be inclined towards seeing the positivity. And then once you have 2-3 options in front of you, then get signed off from that app and try to look at the positive side. Get obsessed with seeing only the positive things. Train your brain, train your mind for that. And this is something over where the extremism, the single-mindedness of the Ketu does not get along very well whenever it is operating or functioning in the domain of the Uttara Falguni. See guys, Uttara Falguni is considered as very good, that like these people are actually very respected in the society, and the energy of the Uttara Falguni actually makes someone very charitable as well. Now that is a different case that it is eventually the energy of the sun only. They want to help someone, but from a position of authority, from a position of superiority. But all these are the tendency and the qualities. Now again, I want to say and mention over here that this single-mindedness of the Ketu and this love for the authority, for you want that attention to be given to you for your contribution and all, can also take up the form of the whims as well. Can actually make you very whimsical, can actually make you very fundamentalist, can also make you very extreme as well. So far we got to know a little bit about that, how can we find a disharmony between the energy of the Uttara Falguni, and if you will try to blend it with the energy of the Ketu. Now what is happening in the world order? Like if you follow any of the geopolitics, recently it came into news because there has been those instances where like countries have been supporting each other in all the war front. There have been those news when Russia was in direct war with like Ukraine, Iran was giving them the drones. Now what is coming to the news that North Korea has been sending their troops in order to support Russia on the battleground against Ukraine. So just like that, the way countries are grouping up and the way the situation, and it is taking us towards a straight escalation to a big war. So over there, this element of Ketu transiting into the Uttara Falguni energy is definitely going to be a very vulnerable, very alarming sign, because over here you will definitely see that people who are going to be in the authority, that degree and sense of single-mindedness, not compromising on something, that racial cleansing and superiority. And see, a lot many countries right now are still living in that dream of that, okay, the way we were, we want to have that sort of regality and royalty which we have dreamt of for our lineage, for our country, for our ethnicity. So a lot many world leaders are going to be behaving like that. So, and this kind of single-mindedness with the changing times, the way things have changed now, will not work. People you will be siding with, you will be collaborating with, is it healthy for you in longer term or not, or is it going to be a direct confrontation? So this is how it is going to be happening. So what I was saying that I will be making a separate video on the transit results based on your ascendant. See, I'll be very honest with you. This whole thing of any nakshatra transition, explaining it from the ascendant is just a hoax. It does not work as strongly as for any nakshatra transition. The Navtara concept from the moon nakshatra gives a very vital information. But all what I can say as if now, because otherwise the nakshatra which is considered as very good for people to get married or to propose someone, to get into partnership and all, during this time you have to be careful, especially if you have any important planets of yours which are placed in the Uttara Falguni nakshatra. Like you are in the dasha of a planet which is placed in the Uttara Falguni nakshatra, your moon nakshatra is Uttara Falguni, so then you have to be a little bit careful. Now what we can do as a part of the remedies, especially if your Ketu dasha is on, you are in the dasha of a planet which is placed in the Virgo, in the Uttara Falguni side, or even in the Leo side as well. We will talk about that later on May 19th. But in short, if you have any way Uttara Falguni taking prominence in your life right now through influencing your moon, through influencing your dasha lord, then I would say that the recitation of the Gayatri mantra, recitation of the Aditya Hriday Stotra, worshipping goddess, feminine goddess in very like extreme form, like very like the way Chandmasta, Ma Dhumavati, these kind of Ma goddess Kali should be considered. And we say this thing that on any of the witness day, like recitation of the Ganpati Atharv Sheesh Stotram, visiting Lord Ganesha's temple should be considered. In the matters of the partnership, love, romance, while dealing with the authority figure and all, you will definitely find people might be acting like very headstrong, very whimsical. So do not lose your temper. Like if you feel that, okay, you have to get things done at your work front, but your boss suddenly is acting very whimsical. Your boss is suddenly acting very extremist, like a dictator and all. So just try to be diplomatic. If you cannot reason them out, so just try not to go on a direct confrontation mode, because this approach and attitude will not reap results. So yeah guys, it was just a basic overview on this. I will be making a separate video because Navtara is a lot of work, and I'm just got out of working like 12 videos on the yearly horoscope. Before that, personal year, I have to upload the same content in the Hindi channel as well. So there has been a lot of work. So please keep on liking and sharing and subscribing. This actually motivates a small time creator like me. So yes guys, once again, thanks a lot for watching this video, and for further more updates and notifications on the divine science of Vedic astrology, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on my Instagram account. Dhanyavad.